Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Love Kind Good, where I talk about my experience and my journey to seeking happiness. And so this week, I actually want to talk about something different than what I've been talking about. If you've watched my other videos, you know that lately I've been talking a lot about a relationship. And this week I want to talk about so I experience seasonal depression. When it gets cold, I don't want to go out of the house. I hate the cold weather. So when I got back here to Charlotte at the end of the year, at the end of 2024, it was cold here. And so I was kind of shocked. My body was kind of shocked because, I'd been in Mexico for the last couple winters and kind of got spoiled with that nice, pleasantly warm weather over the winter. I was about to say summer. And so when I got back here to Charlotte, one, I was dealing with the relationship stress. And then two, I was thrown into the cold weather. And so I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to run. And, this past week is when I guess it really clicked that I tried not to label my depression or whatever. I guess because it makes it real. It makes it like that's what's happening. And so this week though, it just got to the point where I was just like, okay, something has got to change. Like I can't continue hibernating in the house and not getting out of my pajamas and, just kind of living holed up in the house because it was becoming a not healthy situation. When I first got back here, I was just like, oh, I'm adjusting and I'm just going to take it easy and relax and, let myself readjust. And then, I've been here for 3 weeks now. I think the readjustment period is over. So I had to admit to myself that, okay, this is what's going on. And I've experienced it before, almost every winter. So I knew what to do. But when you're in that kind of state of mind, it's difficult to just jump out of it. So what I did was, so I'll take you through the steps of this week, what I've done to kind of improve, and it's definitely improved. I'm in a much better headspace now. I'm actually filming on Sunday, and so this past week, so I have always spoken freely about my seasonal depression and my struggle with the cold weather with my friends, closest people, so they know. And then I was like, so the day that I really realized I needed to do something, I was like, okay, so what's the one thing that would be immediate, bring you joy? And so I had a improv dance. And I experienced this for the first time when I was in Lisbon last year, improv dance. And it's basically just where you move your body, no rhyme or reason, no rhythm, just kind of moving whatever feels good in that moment and moving all of your body parts, getting down on the floor, moving, standing up, reaching your hands up, and so I put on some of my favorite music and I just simply danced for a little while. And I had that favorite song, so I just kept hitting replay. And I probably did that for I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. So it was a good period of time and it made me feel better. It was one of those immediate kind of responses. And over the last 3 weeks, I have also continued to hang out with my friends, go to dinners with them. So I wouldn't say that it was severe to where I wouldn't get out of bed. But it just got to a point where I knew I needed to do something. So that was, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday. And then the next day, the weather improved here in Charlotte, so it got a little bit nicer. And so I decided that I would walk to a local tea bar that we have. And it's just over half a mile from my house. So I walked there, had a lovely tea. I told her, I said I wanted something that would give me a little bit more calming effect and soothing. And so I think I had a lavender tea or something. And then I walked back home. And so that day I also kind of did a little dancing as well, just because the day before it made me feel so much better. So, so that was like day one, then day two. And so, I could already start to feel, and then also at the same time, I have a light lamp, that I've used in the past because I've told you I've experienced this before. So I had one of those, which I got out, journaled about feeling this way and then kind of admitting it. And I also started taking vitamin D supplement because I know that not seeing the sun is a big trigger for that. So those were like kind of day one and day two. I just knew I needed to take action. So that's what I did. And then day three, I actually had enough energy to go on a light run. It was a little cooler, a little breezier. But I went on a run, small, short run, like, I don't know, it was like 2.5 miles or something like that. Was not very far. But I just knew I needed to get my body moving. And then, so now it's kind of has kicked the depression out. Like, so I know that going forward, I need to continue to take those steps, moving my body, taking the vitamins, talking to people, journaling, drinking hot tea. And so I know that like this isn't a permanent feeling, and so I think that helps. When I get like this, I have a history of wanting to jump on a plane and go to somewhere warm, but I'm in the middle of launching a business, which is called Love Kind Good. And so I'm working on trying to get that up and running. And so, it's kind of like I need to be here. And so while I need to be here, these are the steps that I'm taking to kind of deal with this seasonal depression. And so in addition to those steps that immediately affect my deprivation to sunlight and being outdoors, I'm also, like I said, continuing to go have dinner with people, continuing to talk to people. I do have a therapist. I am a huge proponent for therapy. I love having a therapist. Sometimes I may not have anything pressing that needs to be addressed or talked about, but it's still good to just talk about life. And then I'm actually still going on dates with people, which is kind of a weird thing, because I wouldn't say it's stressful, but it's not a very enjoyable experience to date in your 40s. So, but it has been good to help build, social connections, get me out of the house, push me outside my comfort zone, all those things that, I would otherwise just sit at the house or do something that's comfortable to me. I would say that dating has been a positive thing for me. One, it's helped me work through getting over, my past relationship, and then also kind of helping me it's kind of given me kind of hope for the future, because then, I get to play that possibility card, I guess you could say. So those are the things that I'm doing to kind of help with my seasonal depression. If you guys have any other, another thing sorry, I completely forgot about this one, but another thing that I do is I have a room in the back that I have a workout room in, and I turn the heat up really high, and I even put a space heater in there, and I do some cross training, body weight kind of workout in there. and I get it so hot that I'm actually sweating. And so it actually makes me feel like I'm in a warmer environment, which I am. But it makes me feel better as well. So those were kind of like the stages, the one was the dance, 2 the walk, 3 the run, and then 4 the actual workout. So those were the things that kind of got me out of that depressive state, and I am out of that now. So those are the things that I'm doing to maintain and kind of kick that depression. If you guys have any other suggestions or ideas, I'd love to hear about them. Put them in the comments, and let's share and grow together. That's what this is all about, guys. So until next week, I love you guys. I appreciate you. And if you are suffering from seasonal depression, try some of the steps that I've done and see if they work. Otherwise, take care, and we'll talk next week. Be kind to one another. Bye.